Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a ranked game in my gearing. Going over the matchmaking, looking at Montana, Yamato, Des Moines, Double Wooster, Minotaur, Shima. My team is running Conqueror, Yamato, Triple Des Moines, Henry, and my gearing. The map is North, and it being a ranked battle on North, recap domination, and we're gonna kick this thing off. Gonna talk briefly about North and how it plays out, particularly in these radar heavy games. DDs, forget about C. There is no longer any real room for you to scout and really be useful around C. Now, if you've got three DDs or so, one can hang out here but they're gonna have to play super cautious for at least half the game until your team can dig out the enemy radar and get them killed. Uh, Instead, usually AB is more destroyer friendly. This map really is nasty when it comes to the amount of advantages radar has on this map. It's just really easy for ships to, strong point here, 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 here. Of course, these islands, here. There's so many places where, ships can just strong point on an island and, just be a nasty radar presence. And then, of course, you can take Moskvas and stuff and stick them out in open water where they're kiting and successfully defend, A or B. Uh, so there's a lot of different tactics that you can use with radar to be effective on this map. And a destroyer's got to try to figure out how to make an impact, how to work around that. And one of the ways that you're going to see me do that is good old-fashioned Vape Nation. I'm in my gearing. This is actually the only legendary build that I would run on a gearing, and that's main battery reload with my usual Ovechkin captain, superintendent. I am running speed boost rather than the usual defensive fire, just as as the matches have been getting later and later in the season, and 5-1, there's less and less CVs, and you can still do quite a bit of work with speed boost, dodging, bombers and stuff like that. That engine boost isn't the worst upgrade. So what I'm doing, I'm coordinating with my Des Moines that's with me, and just gonna have this guy radared, and I'm looking to see what pops up. Is there any reason why I should drop a smoke here for him? And we're cruising along, everything's nothing. Oop, we've got a Minotaur. So, I am dropping this smoke a little early. I'm doing that simply because I don't know if there's a destroyer down here. They did cap this faster than me, and Shima spotted, so not a thing. Now I'm launching these torpedoes, mainly thinking that this Minotaur is going to turn and start kiting out. We've got a Yamato back there. He's not going to want to give broadside. He doesn't really know what's in here. I know he's not radar, because I already would have been radar detected. I was ready to kite out when I initially popped up. Now, the important thing to notice, I didn't, try to hang out in my smoke or anything. I basically dropped it and ran it as long as I could. And I mean, if you look back, 39 seconds of smoke, that is a long smoke. That's basically from here all the way to probably about here. It's a very sizable smoke screen. Now, my torpedoes worked out that the Minotaur tried to smoke up to defend himself. He ends up eating a torpedo. That usually means in his dodging attempt, he's left his smoke. So I keep pushing around the smoke, and I'm able to pick him back up. Now this Minotaur's in trouble. Yamato's got direct line of sight to him. My Des Moines farming him. You know, this guy's running for his life. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna push up here into the cap and just start capping this. This Minotaur no longer can stop me from doing this. All the other enemy ships are spotted down here, and there's no surprises here. This is now an open cap. And, you know, look at how aggressively, you know, I'm pursuing this guy. I don't want him getting anywhere close to where he can drop off. Now, you'll notice that I keep turning, you know, to angle behind him. And what I'm doing is, if he drops torpedoes, when they arrive at me, they will be behind his current position. So by angling back behind his ship, it's less angle that I actually need to dodge the torps, if he actually is able to launch on me. You're actually going to see some pass back through here. And he's just kiting away now. He's gotten far enough out. He's not in a crossfire between my Des Moines. And here, this is something critical. I'm slowing up. I've got, you know, room to keep this Minotaur spotted. He's shooting right now. And by slowing up, I'm letting my Des Moines get closer. And I'm just going to run another big, long corridor right through here. And the reason being, my Des Moines out in open water. This is unfriendly ground for him. There's a Montana 11 kilometers from me. I don't want my Des Moines getting wrecked. So there's another smoke. And you're starting to see just how dominating this vision control is. That's basically what this is. Nobody on their enemy team has spotted this Des Moines, and you look at the pressure that this is going to bring to bear. The Des Moines can just rain on all of these guys. He can keep putting pressure on the Minotaur. You know, it's just really ugly. I'm throwing some torps all back in here just to, you know, complicate their situation. Gonna go back into full speed. Now, the Minotaur's slowing up. I'm pinging him because I don't want this Minotaur to be able to turn into me. That would be really bad at this point. Now my Des Moines is working on this Montana. Honestly, broadside Minotaur I think is a higher priority target. But I mean, this Minotaur isn't really doing anything right now anyway. Now the Minotaur is starting to shoot at, or the Des Moines starting to shoot at the Minotaur. And what's actually going to happen is this Des Moines going to leave smoke now that the Minotaur smoked up. And the Minotaur is going to get radared here. And again, I'm just playing, you know, being patient, just reversing. I've got plenty of spotting distance on this Minotaur. The Worcester's headed my way. I need to make sure I don't get radared. This would be a death sentence for me, getting radared here. With these two right here, I'd be crossfired and I'd last probably about 15 to 20 seconds. So, just kiting, you know, playing safe.
Torpedoes to port.
Torpedoes. Now, I'm noticing, okay, these cruisers are both fleeing, so I'm starting to shift towards more of a torpedo boat role on, you know, hampering the enemy team's ability to do, you know, a push. They're you know, most healthy, most capable pushing ship right now is this Montana over here. It's about 2/3 HP. I'm throwing torps out there. If you look at this stage of the game, we've broken the enemy team. 2 smoke screens. Their team just lost complete map control almost immediately. As soon as we came around this corner, their team just fell apart, and they just didn't have any sort of counter for me and this Des Moines here. And that is one of the strengths of this sort of teamwork here. So, just want people to realize smoke is far from dead. Now, this was a game where it was just like kind of ridiculous smoke plays, but it was, in my opinion, it's a good video to show you, you know, the lessons and, you know, how powerful smoke can be. This game didn't give me shit for XP, but honestly, we couldn't have flipped that flank anywhere nearly as quick as when I actually had, you know, was using my smoke for a teammate. Now the torps, I just basically could only launch, you know, over here. It works out. I catch one torp on his stern. The other one, I just waited until his indicator was out in front of the island, dropped the torps just to see if I could get lucky. And I'm using my own smoke right here just to help me farm. This game's going to end here very shortly. Really, the intent of the game is just to really have a game that drives home the utility of smoke screens. And you can tell right there. You want to get compliments. You play DD that way. You know, this is actually a replay file, so you can't see. This Des Moines easily topped the XP chart, just because he was able to just farm constantly, and it only took 2 smokes to break this team. Theoretically, most likely, I could drop Superintendent for basic firing training, for torpedo armament expertise. I mean, even demo expert. I personally, I do like the utility for the long games that get really close. I like having the ability to just be aggressive, you know, smoking up, just bam, 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 and just, you know, force those smokes right into the enemy team and make them, you know, try to deal with that situation. I find that, you know, being that aggressive with the smokes are up front early on, really can turn the tide of battle early on, and you see it. I mean, this game is a very quick game. So I'm gonna let this one play out. I hope you guys enjoyed this little lesson on smoking up ships. This is probably one of the more clearer examples of a vision control game that I've had in a while. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys are having a good night. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will talk to you later. Boop.